Yeah, right.
This is only a gentle sprinkle compared to Sao Paulo in the summer. My Alda always said. What is it?
Harmony is precious. Please, give them a warm welcome. The feast of all feasts. Nobler common.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master. Doot. This is only a gentle sprinkle compared to Sao Paulo in the summer.
Harmony is precious. Laundry time. Have a little give them a warm welcome. Enjoy. You'll tear the rice paper. Nobler common. These sheets are my wings.
Victory? Okay.
Oh, I got it now. Laundry time. Do you have a little faith in me, Master? Enjoy. It's naughty. Ouch. Give them a warm welcome. These sheets are my wings.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master. Doot.
Who ate beans? Laundry time. The feast of all feasts. You'll tear the rice paper. Give them a warm welcome. These sheets are my wings.
That weren't even as tough as waking up an old factory man.
Who ate beans? Laundry time. The feast of all feasts. It's naughty. I who said it? So you, noble and common. It's attribute.
Finally, it's just you and me. You told me you went to great lengths to negotiate for my freedom.
Look, I've just ironed my favorite dress. It's looking almost as good as new now. I know it's a little old, but I... Can I help you? Look, I've just ironed my favorite dress. It's looking almost as good.
I'll keep us safe.
En todo, más allá del concepto, en todos los momentos. En la acumulación de laberintos, suéltalo todo una vez más. El camino más allá del concepto mundano del tiempo. En la acumulación de laberintos, suéltalo todo una vez más. En todos los más allá del concepto.
The puppy agreed with your decision.
Idealismo, vuelos de fantasía, patrones ocultos. En todo el camino a Clon.
A truly villainous moment.
The puppy wishes to come along.
En la acumulación de laberintos, suéltalo todo una vez más. En la acumulación de laberintos, suéltalo todo una vez más. Idealismo, vuelos de fantasía, patrones ocultos.
A truly villainous moment.
Warning, warning, the puppy...
This is only a gentle sprinkle compared to Sao Paulo.
Look, I've just ironed my favorite dress.
Yeah, I guess it's cool. 1992. Because her shield is stacked. I mean scale with attack.
I might be able to help.
Yeah. She don't need crit and don't need like other stuff other than, you know, attack defense. Raw stats.
Mama Alda always said, perhaps you might consider leaving your door unlocked.
Yeah, I really have to find some time to do like the reverie stuff. I'm too lazy to do this because it takes quite some time.
Oh, I see. Oh, you must be quite...
Okay, so that is it for Reverse 1999. Now is, let's just do a bit of Bothering Waves, just a little bit. I already did all the dailies, but yeah, let's explore the map for a bit, and then we will do Soul Raid. Yeah, if you looked at my Discord, you'll know that I'm quite lucky to have her follower and her weapon quite early. I wouldn't say the weapon is early, it's just because I've already done a lot of pulls during the Lupa's banner, the weapons banner, that's why. But for follower it's like 31 pulls or something, and that is very good. I'm quite stoked, you know, very stoked. Usual stuff. Long ass loading while playing Wuthering Waves in stream. I mean on stream. Long ass loading screens. Finally. Let's do the weekly simulated universe ish thing first. Yeah, that is indeed simulated universe every week, but the reward it gives, I would say it is better in a sense, because there's a lot of gems, like 160, right, which is one pool, while Hoyo games like Honkai Star only give like 100. And there are some, you know, like more practical stuff in WuWa's simulated universe rewards, like maybe the tuners and the level up, you know, for the echoes, the level up materials, yeah, which is a lot more useful than what we get in Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, I guess we can use this thing. I don't see why shouldn't we.
Emonoが息を潜めてやがる。まずはあんただ。ついてこい。やあ。たたえろ。この身を。私はここよ。深淵で覚えなさい。毒よ、深淵を飲み込みなさい。任せて。正確に。気をつけて。試練よ、やけつする出番よ。ついてこい。集まれ、光の炎。沈むのよ。水底へ、深海に、深淵の先へ。獲物が息を潜めてやがる。 私はここよ。深淵の先へ。あなた、海の人。
ついてこい。そう開始。吠えろ希望の声を。恐れてるのか。勝利を追い求めて。たたえろこの身を。もう終わりか。
そばにいてあげるわ。深淵で泳ぎなさい。海の時期。任せて。烈火のきらめき。勝ちきる。試練よ焼き尽くせ。火の燃やし尽くせ。雨が降り注ぐ。
恐れてるのか。殺し合いの始まりだ。悪党は噛み殺す。ついてこい。吠えろ希望の声を。あっけねえな。
沈むのよ水底へ。急ぐ必要あるのかしら。あなた、海に沈みたいのかしら。深淵の先へ。
大いにたたえろ。ついてこい。噛みつくぜ。吠えろ希望の声を。恐れてるのか。殺し合いの始まりだ。たたえろこの身 が来るさ。ついてこい。
そばにいたアミリア捉えられるかしら。沈むのよ水底へ。深淵で泳ぎなさい。任せて。
easy 簡単すぎ。
あなた海に沈みたいのかしら。
Let's go to the latest region and do some gem farming and exploration, I guess.
気持ちのいい風ね。
Playing gacha in a gacha game, holy shit. I just want to get my gems. Even getting gems, still have to go through RNG. Insane. Playing gacha in a gacha is insane.
"気持ちのいい風ね。
Wait, what?
くすぐったいわ。
Damn.
"また美しい音に出会う。収集合奏準備。予備拍の合図よ。生と死の狭間にすがって合奏準備。口ずさむ杉式の残響。
刑を宣告する。
詮索はしないよ。えい。
How do we do that?
「あなたのことは楽しいわ。気持ちのいい風ね。 沈みたいのかしら。生命のシンフォニー、これが終身。美しい音に出会えるかしら。
執行の時間だ。
決戦の生命のシンフォニー、予備白の合図よ。反響に耳を傾けるのよ。行く。心だけが墓場にあらず。痛くも痒くもないわ。
空中アクロバットよーいっや
罪深き
アンド
とがきとめ
詮索はしないよ。イエスついてきて。
生命のシンフォニー。また美しい音に出会えるかしら。遅れたせいね。また美しい音楽しいわ。深淵で泳ぎなさい。深淵の先へ深海に従いましょう。
Yo, absolute yo. Welcome.
いい度胸だわ。面白い根拠だよね。
Nice. Let's see. Yeah, go meat garbage.
シンフォニー泣き叫び笑いなさい。
Yeah, garbage, man. A man's trash is another man's treasure. I don't think anyone would want, you know, a piece with two user stat on it. Did you get Forowa, or are you skipping her?
何が起こっている
Forowa is quite interesting as a character because she doesn't have like the resonance energy at all. That means her resonance liberation is triggered through her what's this line, what is it called again? Still trying. Yeah, gambatte. I already got both the weapon and the... Now I'm trying to like optimize my whole Forowa build, because currently for Forowa I'm doing like 44111 build like this. And these two 4 cost piece are all crit damage, because Forowa has this, like, because Forowa doesn't use any like resonance energy, and this set is like if a character's resonant energy is 0, like her crit rate up by 20%, and her what do you call it? And the echo skill damage also up. That's what all she does, right? So I just run for 3-2, which is 4-4-1-1-1. And that is like a crit ratio. 2.1k attack, 71% crit rate, 304 crit damage. With a signature, haven't maxed out yet. Still trying to max out her weapon. Like for her, she wants a resonance damage and double crit attack. Yeah. And other ones are like whatever, you know. This is the second character that reached 300 crit damage ever. Like the first ever character that reaches 300 was Katetia. You tried in her character trial, she's quite good to play. Yeah man, like basically her whole rotation is like you want to start with her and then you gain like her forte. You want to like gather 6 forte stacks, which is this one, through using her skill and, you know, like combo attack. Once you get 6 of that, you can trigger, then this resonant liberation only will light up. Then only you can trigger her resonance liberation. And basically a rotation is like, if you have these 3 characters, this 3 character is currently like her best in slot team, because after, you know, doing her rotation, she will want to go to Rocha, because her outro skill is buffing heavy attacks plus havoc. That means Rocha also can deal damage, and you do the, you know, do the whole Rocha rotation, and then you'll switch to Cantarella, because for Rocha is like buffing basic attack, and Cantarella also does a lot of, yeah, because the attack Cantarella has is like she deals, yeah, basic attacks. That's why Rocha buffs her. And then after doing her rotation, you go back to follower. Basically, it's kind of like, you know, the shorekeeper rotation. So all of these 3 buffs each other. We will want to start with Foroa first, is because of, yeah, triggering her resonance is one thing. Her outro skill is like, yeah, this one. If she is in this cadenza state, then you switch to other people, then her the Ningyo will get 2 more like enhanced attacks instead of the whatever amount that the Ningyo does. Basically, whole rotation is like Forowa and then Rocha and then Kantarela.
あなたのことは波が知らせてくれるのよ。
Do you have Rocha and Cantarella? If you have, then you have the the best team. If not, you can do Forowa, Cantarella, then Shawkeeper. But because like Forowa and Shawkeeper, they are both kind of Forowa and Shawkeeper, they are kind of they want to end a rotation with them. That's why you need to like really time it well. You kind of want to end the rotation with Forowa or Shawkeeper. You got both of them? Nice. Because like this team is easier to play than Forowa, Cantarella, Shawkeeper team. It's way easier to play and it's stronger. So I'm done with like pulling. Wait for 2.6 Gonna wait for I just save and save. Let's do one game of this and then we go to Nikke.
序曲は始まっている。この楽園はどんな終幕を迎えるのかしら。
See the oh yeah, later. I'll show you later.
Adlib は生命の歌に何をもたらすのでしょうね。
If you're talking about like the monthly pass is like 170. Yeah, I don't know about the other prices because I never buy those. I only buy like the monthly ones.
「これがあなたの選んだ」 ひとまず今は一緒に演奏を続けましょう。玄武の楽園は
cozy event. It's cheaper. $4.99 USD for a monthly pass. It's about the same, right? 170 is about $4.99, right? If I remember correctly. Oh. I mean, I don't care because I don't buy stuff in the in-game shop anyways. I always like buy stuff through like third-party website like Loot Bar, like LD Shop. Those services, those are like cheaper than what we have. Yeah, these are the prices. Yeah, 170 is for like the monthly pass. And then we have these. Oh, this one is whatever. And the gems is about like no, Malaysia. If you are talking about PC client version, there isn't like a Malaysia price, no. But if you play on phone, play on Android, yeah, it will show as, you know, Malaysian ringgit. But if you are playing on PC, it will show as US dollar. Yeah, I guess Malaysian ringgit is like not a popular currency in the world, right? They even show Taiwan dollars but not Malaysian ringgit. Lol. More than 10% compared to US. I don't buy in this shop. This in-game shop anyway, so I don't care. I always buy, you know, through loot bar, LD shop, like third party, you know. Yeah, basically. They are, you know, cheaper, and sometimes you get coupon, you know, during like the version update. Then that means you save even more. I'm just curious. Yeah, no problem, man. Yep. Time for solo raid. Nikke. Yeah, the third party. Of course. What site do I use? Loot bar, LD shop, these two. But I would say, you know, majority of the times, loot bar has a better price than LD shop. 10% cheaper than LD shop. Yeah, you know, loot bar also even support like Nikke's, you know, the costume thing, the costume gacha. Yeah, it is about like 10% cheaper than you buying in game. Like for example, like the whole, like the Rappi's costume is about like 1.8k Taiwan dollars, but if I use loot bar, it's about like 1.6k, about 10 to 20% cheaper. The 1.6k is like, you know, the service tax included. Still cheaper than in-game shop. Yeah, never buy stuff in game, you know. It is always like more expensive. Buy through third party. $1 save is $1 earn. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me see my rank. 1.65. Oh my god. It is dropping quickly. Yeah, I already completed my Nico's favorite item. That means my Dorothy will deal way more damage. I really hope this team can deal like 1.5. No. Yeah, 1.5. Yeah. But I guess I can complete my Phantoms overload tomorrow. So there would be like one more big boost in damage. One more surge of big boost in damage tomorrow. Yeah, this time solo is like way harder than expected because the core is hidden. Unless you have peers. And the tentacles are annoying as fuck. Those tentacles are like the main reason, the main distraction like for us to hit the core as well. You cannot ignore those tentacles if you don't want to die, right? Annoying shit tentacles. Yeah. I'll try to do one run.
ひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。私が言うのにひざまずきなさい。攻撃を。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。私が先生にひざまずきなさい。攻撃を。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。
詰まったら2回行こう。
クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。クラウン王国の光のもとにひざまずきなさい。
一段落したのは
Well, 3.6 is not bad. I'm trying to score for 10.2 billion.
おやつ食べるの旅においで。おやつ食べる学生の本気を見せてあげる。 おやつ食べるこっちにおいで。人が汚れるのも嫌ですね。おやつ食べるかこっちにおいで。最後まで参りましょう。おやつ食べるかこっちに最後まで参りましょう。立派に生き残りました。
Well, not bad. We haven't do solo rig challenge yet. Yeah, you can at least try one time with the team ID that I gave you. Yeah, I post on Discord. Yeah, this time soul rate is quite challenging, not gonna lie. It's not like you know like it has very hard gimmicks or anything. It's just like because of the boss itself, like it's quite hard to deal damage with it because of the hidden core. Yeah, it only shows its core like on the second half of the battle, which is quite annoying to be honest. We lose quite a lot of damage there because the core is not showing. And those tentacles are annoying as fuck. I mean the front one. The front tentacles. The front one are such a piece of shit. Not only like the yeah, at least for like the real Kraken, right? There's like a claw on the tentacles there, the front one. But there's no claw on this, you know, this rendition of the Kraken, which is such an annoying piece of shit. Basically, the front tentacle is being such an annoying piece of shit. If you do the anomaly interception, you will know like the front, even though we cannot hit like the body, the core for the body, but at least we can deal more damage by hitting the core on the front tentacle. So it was like still okay. But this time it's different. You don't have any like front core to hit at all, which is shit. That's a lot of, you know, damage loss right there. Yeah. A bit suspicious there. I don't think I can reach 10.2 today. Because this team is kind of yeah, 1.3 is like the max this team can go right now. Oh, nice. I barely reached it, bro. Nice. I barely reached. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. It's like 0.16% rank up. Yeah, by using these teams. For this team, I feel like because my Blanc haven't, maxed out my burst yet, and yeah, there's one more like overload not completed on, haven't complete on, the Phantom there. So I think we'll be doing better tomorrow once I upgraded. I mean fully overload my Phantom.
一緒にいいかしら。
Yeah, you can take a screenshot if you want. Just now, the team I used just now. Yeah, this is like only level 7. I haven't like maxed out my Blanc skill. Yeah, I think we can go up to like 1.5, 1.6, even 1.7 if we max out like her burst. But yeah, it is what it is, It is what it is. Yeah, by the way, I also see a lot of those high rankers starting to use Raven in their teams. Like because their Raven is like core max, right? My Raven is like 1 copy, so I don't think it will do that well. And this team, because both Raven and Mari are both like the charge weapons, and you technically generally want them to like full charge. That means sometimes you will have like some difficulty destroying the front tentacles quick enough, and the only healer is like Rouge. Yeah, I kind of doubt, but this is the score they get, so maybe it's just my team is not strong enough, because look at all of their characters, like all core max. It's insane. Yeah, freaking all core max. Yeah, the team should be like this. Just now the team I use, but because my Bunny Alice is too weak. Yeah, she has difficulty keeping everyone alive. That's why I use Blanc and Noah here. Blanc and Noah, and then Phantom plus. Guillotine. You managed to MLB Rouge from standard banner. Nice. My Rouge is maybe... I think my Rouge is core 1, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I would say Rouge now is like the... Like, we don't talk about like, you know, like niche users, niche use case, right? If you're talking about niche use case, right now the best burst one should be, you know, Little Mermaid, because you know she has a lot of follow-up damage once, you know, your whole team, you know, shoots an amount of bullet, and she deals, yeah, total ammo consumed by allies reach 500. She has a lot of follow-up damage. That's why she's the best niche, at least niche burst one right now. But if you are talking about general best burst one, I would say Rouge is like the best, because not only she up, you know, max HP up, attack damage up, damage taken decreased buff given, max HP up, which is mainly used by, you know, like Cinderella, because right now Cinderella is like the best DPS in the game, no doubt. Even, you know, she is like off element, she is still the best. And then she has attack buffs as well. Yeah, attack buffs, attack damage buff, HP buff plus heal. That's why I would say Rouge right now is like the best burst one ever made. You still have no luck in getting something like, oof. Ganbatte. You can. Yes, you can. Or you just exchange it with tickets, you know. I think it's worth it because since she's like a limited character. But that is, you know, like if you manage to get Dorothy, that is, then you can maybe spend some ticket to, you know, get her. If you have the ticket, that is, because Dorothy right now is like, I would say, the best water DPS in the game. Yeah, best water DPS, hands down. At least secure one copy of Dorothy. You have you have 1k ticket, then what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I have none. I have 0 tickets. Because I kind of went overboard during you know, like during the Stellar Blade event. Yeah, the Stellar Blade collab. Yeah, I kind of regret it. Kind of went overboard. Save it for a rainy day. I mean, you can exchange one copy of Elect and call it a day, you know? Unless you want to enjoy, you know, the thrill of pulling Elect. Yeah, then that's a different story, you know? The question is, do you have Dorothy right now? Dorothy is more important. Yeah, I know you love Elect like me, but you must, you know, at least get one copy of Dorothy. That is for sure. Just one copy, you know, it's enough. If you don't really care for ranks. Nope, then you should get one copy of Dorothy Yeah, you can just use ticket. Because she's 1% anyway. You use ticket, exchange one, and then you see what do you want to do with the remaining one. Remaining like 800 tickets. You can maybe, you know, you can maybe exchange elect and call it a day. Or you want to, you know, you want the thrill of pulling elect, and then you go and pull for elect. And maybe if you really cannot get it, like when the event is like ending, like yeah, then you only exchange it with the golden ticket. Yeah, my advice is at least get one copy of Dorothy, man, because she is now the strongest water DPS. The title used to be on Quincy. I mean the Phantom Thief Quincy, not like the Liberation one. The Phantom Thief Quincy used to be the strongest water DPS, but now it's Dorothy. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Elec is kind of, yeah, her tag is attack damage. Yeah, but because she generally don't want to burst, because once she bursts she will lose ghost. So you would use her as like a support and, you know, maybe sub DPS most of the time, because you want her to have these effects on, which requires like ghost. She loses ghost whenever she bursts, and then yeah, she deals damage through this one, like this one, the follow-up damage. The paraplegic Quincy. Yeah, man, she was the best water DPS, but now is Dorothy. So basically, yeah, one copy is fine, elect. Unless you like her, you know, her wallpaper, then it's a different story, right? You mainly wouldn't want to burst with her because she loses ghost, and she wants ghost to maintain the buffs, and maybe possibly like when the ghost is maxed out, then she can finally deal some damage. Yeah, that's why one copy of elect is sufficient. If you like the advice for, you know, getting these two characters will differ quite a lot, depend on what kind of player you are. If you are like a waifu collector player, then you just get like two of these characters, one copy. If you are like a meta player, then you would want to max out. By maxed out I mean MLB at least, Dorothy, and then you just want one copy elect. But if you are elect lover, then if you care about rank but you love elect, you should at least 2-star Dorothy and, you know, MLB MLB elect. If you kind of care about rank, but you care elect more than rank, then yeah, you will do like me, you know, like one star or maybe one copy of Dorothy and then go for MLB elect. Yeah, that depends on what kind of player you are. The pulling advice will be very much different. Yeah, depending on what kind of player you are. If you are a completionist player, you have to call 7 every character. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Call 7 everyone. Call 7 everyone. Nice. Good advice, good advice. Good advice, but not recommended. I think this time's like 3% border would be about 10.2 to 10.25 build damage. That is about right. That is about right. That is a beginner. Lol. If Elon Musk were your dad, if Elon were your dad, call 7 every character and laugh at you. Lol. I call 7 every character, son. Did you call 7? Such a loser for not core 7 everything. Are you winning, son? Are you winning, son? Then you should answer, I will be winning if you give me money, Dad. Maybe he will say like, are you rank 1 in solo raid? Are you winning, son? If not, Take this money and show those peasants what you're made of. Yeah, not the score, the performance of this team is not stable, and we need more levels on Blanc's first game. Oh. What is that N thing going on? Oh, the mini game. I'm so lazy to touch the mini game. Where is... we have 5 more. Curse Automata, this is why you're stuck with Nikke. Lol. Like for me, it was Chainsaw Man, you know? Chainsaw Man. I played this game before. Wait, I played this game because of Chainsaw Man. Because I was so down bad for Makima at that time. So I started to play this game.
動きにくい。
あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
目標地点に移動します。動きにくい。
あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
動きにくい。一緒に行きましょう。
Oh, that means
あなたの望み通りに
this September then you will be playing Nikke for 2 years. Oh,
一緒に行きましょ
holy.
う。動きにくい。
あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
一緒に行きましょ
あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
We have 3 more, man.
う。動きにくい。
どこにいます？
あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
動きにくい。
ついていくね、先生。
一緒に行きましょう。目標地点に移動します。
見えんな。Cannot see. Wow, playing Nikke for 2 years. Yeah, for me it's already 2 years, so is it? Yeah, 2 years. 2 years plus.
一緒に行きましょう。
Because I remember I started playing during Chainsaw Man collab, which is February 2023.
目標地点に移動します。動きにくい。
Middle even. Yeah, man. I remember that. I remember that.
目標地点に移動します。
Like two years, right? Last year was like 1 year.
ついていくね、先生。あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
Last year
つ
was
い
like
ていくね、先生。
2024 was like 1 year.
目標地点に移動します。
This year would be the second year.
あなたの望み通りに動きましょう。
Wow.
目標地点に移動します。目標地点に移動し
Second
ます
year. Without Nikke. Yeah, I guess we degenerates. I kind of like we gather because of
一緒に
Nikke.
いいかしら。
This is kind of a kind of fate or something. Lol. Nikke. Yeah, Nikke is not mainstream. Like, yeah, Nikke. Yeah, it is doing well. Yeah, definitely on like the sales. Yeah, definitely. But if you were to ask, like, yeah, majority of people don't play Nikke. Nikke is kind of niche. If you were to compare to games like Honkai Star Rail, like Genshin, like Wuthering Waves. Yeah, Nikke's player base is kind of niche. Like, we are a smaller group of people compared to those major mainstream ones. Yeah, to them we are like the minority. HSR have fake collab. Yeah, I know, man. Because most of my friends are playing Honkai Star Rail. Yeah. So of course I'll know, because they talk about it. Like for me, Honkai Star Rail just stopped being fun for me. Like a long time ago, so
期間
I quit.
一緒にいいかしら。
And after seeing what Wuthering Waves can do, you know, am I a Fate fan? Not really, man. Not really. But I must say, I did, you know, I did see my friends, you know, play the HSR, you know, Fate collab event. I would say they kind of butchered the, you know, what's the name again? Saber. It's a prison story. Oh, yeah, it's just not fun anymore. Like, Honkai Star Rail is not fun anymore.
一
So
緒にいいかしら。
yeah. So, and you know, not only that, like the storytelling is like shit for Honkai Star Rail because they just yap like forever. And yeah, the animation quality is not as good as, you know, like so-called when the period, like, you know, Bellabog and, you know, the first 3 to 4 patches of Panaconi. Yeah, those were peak. Like, I would admit those were, you know, those were peak, but not anymore, you know. Like, I would say, yeah, starting from 2.4 onwards, yeah, the whole story is kind of shit, to be honest. The whole story is kind of shit.
期間
Still, for me, you know, the best story in Honkai Star, the best region story in Honkai Star Rail is Bellabog, because Bellabog is, you know, quite well paced, and yeah, it doesn't go very long like, you know, like Amphorius, which is a lot of shit. Yeah, like the storytelling needs to be improved drastically. That's, you know, that's the main, you know, criticism I have for Honkai Star Rail. They really have to, you know, level up their storytelling, man. Because yeah, if you see, you know, Wuthering Waves does such an amazing job, such amazing quality of storytelling,
期間一緒に
with maybe like, you know, not even half the budget, not even like half the, you know, size of a company compared to, you know, Hoyo verse. I would say, yeah, it's just kind of a disappointment, right, for Hoyo games. Bellabog's story is actually good. Yeah, Bellabog's story was good, you know, was good. Like, everything is, you know, done in moderation, in a good way, right? And yeah, the pacing is great, and the epic, you know, the Cocolia fight was like, the Cocolia fight was holy shit. Like I still remember the hype, you know. Yeah, that was the time maybe you haven't watched my channel at all. I was like screaming, right,
一緒に
when, you know, when the Cocolia fight, when, you know, like the Trailblazer, yeah, she got stabbed, right, and then she transformed into like the preservation. That one was so cool, man. The fight was so cool. I was like literally screaming on stream, bro. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, you know. Beginning WuWa story, yeah, I would admit WuWa story in the beginning, especially 1. I would say 1.0 is not that great. Yeah, 1.1 is like slightly better. I would say WuWa story really popped off during 1.3, like the shorekeeper main quest. Yeah, that was, you know, the first time Kuro showed us they can really do some, you know, chef kiss quality storytelling. And then WuWa story is getting better and better since then, bro. And now we have 2.5, bro. I would say it's like one of, you know, WuWa's best ever story. And I would say, I would even go so far and say one of the best storytelling. I mean storytelling, you know, storytelling in gacha gaming. The whole story plot plus, you know, the what do you call again, like the cinematics. It's holy shit, right? The animation cinematics, it's insane, bro. Insane. Yeah, I would say Reverse has good story, but because, you know, like their budget and, you know, the nature of the game, because they do their story like, you know, the visual novel like storytelling is like, yeah, good story, but yeah, let's just hope, you know, someday we get anime for, you know, anime for Reverse 1999. I would say Nikke's story is also can be considered good, like especially during like the anniversaries. It's just that, you know, same with Reverse, like yeah, they tell story through like visual novel style. Yeah, it would be great they can do animations, you know. Reverse, yeah, exactly, man, exactly. For visual novel players, I just hope someday, you know, they can make like, you know, an anime series, and I will definitely watch that. I will. Mark my words, I will watch it. Yes, just like, you know, like yeah, the Princess Connect is also, I would say Princess Connect is also up there for me, you know, for the storytelling. For the story, yes, they also do like visual novel style story, but at least they have a lot of cutscenes like that indicate, you know, something happens, those kind of things, which I think Nikke can also adopt, you know. They have way more cutscenes than Nikke has. Since they're going the same route, I think Nikke can, you know, copy what, not copy, like maybe take note of what Princess Connect does. And Princess Connect story like was like peak, you know? Peak. And I watched the anime and I liked it, you know, and I freaking liked it. I really recommend watching the anime, right? If you haven't, you should. Princess Connect. There are 2 seasons. You used to play eroge. Lol. Yeah. Who doesn't, man? I did as well, you know. I played, you know, the Grisaya series. I really like the Grisaya series, you know. Grisaya series. What do you mean? Dude, did you do? You mean Princess Connect? Oh, basically, basically it is, you know, like they take some event from the game. They take some events from the game and then, you know, add some Konosuba twist into it. Because guess what? The director of the anime is, you know, the director of Konosuba. What about Ran series? Ran series, eh? I never heard about that before. Oh, I never played that before. Oh. But I know I used to play, you know, like you know, there's like, you know, monkeys happening. And then there's some what's the name again? Like yeah, other than, you know, the other than Grisaya, I'm playing like also those, you know, happening series. And then I also played like what was it again? Like yeah, there's quite a lot of it that I played, but I cannot remember the name really. It's like yeah, Clannad, yeah, Clannad, holy shit. Clannad, yeah baby. Yeah, Clannad, bro. I feel so old just by, you know, just by mentioning this name. Holy shit. Clannad, yeah. Clannad. Yeah, there are more, you know. It's just that I cannot remember. There are too much. Planet. Yeah, speaking of Planet, you know the Dango song. Dango, Dango, Dango. Dango dai kazoku. The Planet song.
私のお気に入りの日傘です。似合っていますか?
Yeah. True. That is one hell of a tearjerker, yes. That is one hell of tearjerker. Yes. And there's like one series in particular that I quite like, that is called, you know, like, what's like, how do I spell that? I'll check. Yeah, Walker Romance. I quite like the series, you know? Yeah, it is more of a, you know, shoujo side one, but I like that quite a lot. Don't know whether you know this series or not. Oh. Oh.
キ君一緒にいいかしら。
Oh god, please no, man. They gonna do Summer Part 2 in September? No, spare my wallet, bro. Spare my gems, spare my wallet, bro. Stop. Yamero. Yamerunda. Yamero. Summer Part 2, and what the fuck? No. They're gonna do like, you know, the first year they did summer. Yeah, that was the time you haven't joined the game. We had summer part 1 and part 2. Like we had summer part 1 and part 2. Like Mary and Summer Neon was summer part 1. Yeah, I didn't pull Summer Neon because I don't really like her. And then we have Summer Part 2, which is Anis and Summer Helm. Yeah. Yeah, even though all these summer characters only now Anis is used. Others are like, you know, benched. But yeah, they also did like, you know, Summer Part 1 and Part 2. Then straight into Nier Automata. Yeah, maybe like there's like 3 week event in between, which is like a normal banner, then straight to Nier Automata. Where is Summer Helm again? In case you never saw that before. Summer Helm, Doko. Summer Helm, Doko. Wait, why can I not find Summer Helm? Oh, this one, sorry. Yeah, Summer Helm. Yeah, Summer Helm and Summer Anis was part 2. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's like already 2 years, but still. But still. The effect, bro. You know what she does here? She was splashed with water, but she you know, like Nikke can produce heat by their own, right? So she's like, you know, produce heat that's hot enough to make her clothes dry again. Yeah. You splash water, and then she is like, nope. She produces heat until the water evaporates. Lol. But at first you thought Helm is from some warship wife. You mean Kan Kole, right? Kantai collection.
一緒に
You don't say. Actually, you know what? This helm is Nikke's like first ever pickup recruitment gacha. Yeah, first ever pickup was helm. Yeah, I haven't played the game at that time as well, you know, like, but I just know for a fact Helm is like one of the oldest character in the game. Because she's like the first ever pickup character. Because all characters like, you know, like Senti, like, yeah, basically Senti, Diesel, yeah, Miranda, basically the characters that are on this banner are all considered like, you know, like yeah, in Hoyover's term, it is like, you know, like the standard characters, which is, you know, this character already exists when the game launches. Yeah, and Helm is like the first ever, you know, newly added character, which is pickup character. Yeah. You didn't know about that, right?
一緒に
You didn't know, right? Now you know. Yeah, I can even yeah, I cannot find it already, but yeah, the first ever, yeah, but I basically saw a post that on Reddit. Yeah, it said like, you know, like there's like those are like, you know, nostalgia posts. It's like still remember the first ever banner, which is hell, blah 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 blah. Those kind of posts. Yeah. I remember seeing it like in Reddit. Yeah, I guess we have nothing to do for today already. Yeah, I guess maybe we will continue, you know, doing solo raid runs and maybe read the second part of this, you know, story tomorrow on stream. And yeah. for now, I guess I'll be ending
一緒に
here and now.
いいかしら
And yeah, a good night. Take care and have a great day ahead. You know, whenever you are in the world. Wherever you are in the world. So yeah, see you in the next one. Please like the video, you know, the streams, so more people can see the archive. And yeah, peace out. Bye bye.